I want to talk about this abandoned project. It's a voxel engine, technically. Attempt to merge Skyrim and Minecraft. Those were like major inspirations, and I cannot address this enough how cool that is until Planet shows up, and it ends up with planets, and then the project kind of just dies. Well, I guess was quite a space travel. It's brain rot, my friends. I don't have kind words to say to something that has been abandoned, obviously. And shit like this happens all the time. I don't want this to happen to my project. So it's very good to retrospect and see where the things were going and what things I don't like personally and I would never do, because it does seem unusual, to say the least. In my rendering engine, I don't use polygons. I use ray tracing. So everything you see gets hit eventually by a ray, and then ray decides what to return to the camera. I have improved the rendering distance currently. It looks like shit, but that's cool, you know? Because it's far away. Who cares, you know? Here, everything seems relatively normal, except the trees, because I'm trying to add trees into the distance as well, so we're working on it. Anyways, that's what I have been able to do, and I don't want to take it too seriously, but I know what my engine is capable of. And I can give you guys a little bit more of an insight. Comparing the two things, I've also watched up to this point all these videos, so let's quickly run down what's happening in each of them. And then we're just gonna chill and watch more of this stuff. Basically, we get introduced by this LOD level of detail rendering of like, oh my god, we can see 400 miles of this stuff. And if you get close, you get to see the voxel terrain appear, basically, on top of this polygon mesh terrain that this is. So, that's about it. That's kind of funny. Dubster Copter. It was renamed.
This has been here, and I'm going to show.
Then he finally reveals his voice, goes into a jungle biome, and does not lose FPS just yet.
But that's pretty far.
He does not lose FPS, my friends,
Their
which is kind of
creations in that
weird.
aspect.
Because things get really bad in terms of FPS.
I feel like this adds.
He figured out how to do water already. And I think that's it, actually. Because he only talks about water and, like, maybe...
If you wanted to climb this mountain or climb...
Yeah, he gets to the mountain. The transition between this, like, snowy thing, this creamy, snowy thing, and this is really poor. But it's there, you know? You fly up to the mountain and it renders the terrain.
It might take you...
Look how high we are.
Literally
it's pretty crazy.
Days in-game time.
Yes. Yes, it would take you days to just climb a mountain. Congrats. Kind of cool.
Well, YouTube.
I made it. Then he starts screaming at the audience. Unfortunately. So let's try not to listen to him because he will stop doing that. We have beach. We have better water-looking thing. Places water source because he can't stop playing with the water right now.
Wood forest over there somewhere that I can...
Talking about different types of forest he made. You can see the FPS is now 22 immediately. It's so much worse for some reason. Uh-oh. See, the way polygons work, they get sent to the screen from the back to the front. The way ray tracing works, it shoots the ray across the objects and picks out a pixel that you want. So it's kind of like the opposite. It can have its own artifacts, but those artifacts kind of look cool. And it's generally very efficient if you can make it so. There's a lot of weird logic happening. With polygons, you can only just cram more polygons and make it more like efficient in terms of like transitions or whatever. I'm not sure why there is no LOD transitions proper. Eventually it will be done in the development cycle here. But where I've watched, it's still not done. You can see it's still 22 FPS, and bro is saying like, oh, I'm on a laptop and I will switch. It's like some weird shit. It never gets better. Never gets better with the FPS. He has this like transitional thing going on, like
The
everything
trees,
fades
those are
in.
kind of cool looking.
At some point, he even stopped showing the FPS. But this is the moment my jaw drops because I can't take this anymore, bro. Them polygons be strong.
What I'm doing this time,
This fight be strong. But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with ray tracing. Ray tracing also has the ability to have incredible detail when you come up close to an object. I can probably cram some crazy amount of detail. I don't even know what yet. Right now it just actually lags when I get up to a object. It just lags. I don't know, man. Not optimized yet. I'm still exploring a completely new area. And I'm not going to be addicted to just ray tracing and learning about ray tracing. I just want to touch something that was never touched. This guy was like going through computer science classes, and at his free time, he wanted to just do this, right? Ended up doing this, which is pretty fucking badass, right? But it sounds like a turd. Sounds like he was going through classes and he needed to also test his skills. And he never fixed this. You see these? These flat shapes that I fucking hate so much because they stab you in the eyeballs? Yeah. Why? Why can't we just not have that, please? Please, let me.
expand and get orange as it's low
They can just disappear and it will be so much better.
in the sky.
Mm-mm-mm.
The leaves have changed.
You will see that on bushes and things get a lot worse. Like this, ugh, brother, ugh.
When you break
And then particles happen. And this is probably the most impressive part, and I'm kind of collecting impressive meter here.
this 10,000 particles per block break. Little overboard, but I just wanted to illustrate
It makes me cry. How did you do that?
the power.
They have physics.
I'm running this
They
off of a
bounce off the terrain, dude.
desktop right now, so that's why you get such amazing frame rates.
That's crazy.
But we've probably got well over 300,000 part now, so that's why you get such amazing frame.
Oh, he running desktop right now. Ooh, now he can do 30,000 particles. So one thing I forgot to mention about my engine, I'm capping it at 1 million objects. So whenever I need rendering distance improved, I need to actually invent a new mesh that can actually deliver relatively good things to the player to look at. But because the object is not so close, then I don't have to worry about it too much. So I'm working on it right now, and there's all kinds of different meshes you can probably invent. The dude just mentioned marching cubes, and I'm like, wow, that's a good idea. Marching cubes is one of those things that I have actually relatively worked with already. And what I'm thinking is gonna happen is I will take like an orb mesh, the ray gets inside the orb, and all of a sudden it has a grid pattern of some kind. And that should create some kind of interesting types of objects, not just like blobs, not balls and cylinders and easy things to ray trace, but something more intricate. So a lot of is yet to be explored on my end. With polygons, it seems like it came to an end, sort of. These like meshes are actually very complicated structures of polygons. I don't like that. I like to just like kind of lean onto Minecraft because like Minecraft did it a different way and it still has a pretty cool aesthetic. But look at this shit. This is like he says 300,000 particles just laying around.
300,000 particles floating around right now.
Huh?
We seem to have made a big mess here. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bro.
I'll keep you
And they're still moving around and just
updated
jumping
in the future.
around, bro.
I'll try to get videos.
It's crazy. I have no idea how this is done, bro. I cannot do physics yet. I cannot do lighting yet. I haven't made my mind how I want to do it. But this is crazy, dude. Physics is going to be like the hardest part for my engine. The way it's done, it's not really supporting physics. But anything is possible, any puzzle can be solved.
Rolling out
This is just too much for me, bro. He never showed this ever again. That was like so impressive. The only thing he started showing is like water physics and shit.
Hey guys, slightly.
Well, he just added flowers. I guess that's it. Rendering distance, slightly sharper mountains. Explosions. I mean, destruction.
Apply a force.
Well, particles do still fly out, but then he disabled it. And we never saw particles ever again, it feels like. And then we got to see FPS again, I believe. And it was horrible.
Really dense. I made a lot, about 6 million if you...
He literally does not even show FPS right now.
The only issue, I think, low graphics instead
We can see 30
of the
FPS,
fancy graphics.
kind of.
I'll probably want to make the jungles.
Wait.
Yeah, jungles will be... I'll try to work up. Getting about 30 now.
With fancy graphics, he gets 30 FPS. It's... I don't know, dude. Not impressive. But... I mean, I played Vintage Story, and now my PC is actually capable of rendering 1400 blocks of distance, and it's like, what the fuck? And it's needed 100 megabytes to just store blocks around me. I didn't have to even move. It already found 100 megabytes of blocks to save, which was a very cringe thing to look at, to be honest. That my computer space now turned into fucking blocks. I mean, give me my megabytes back. Thank you very much. I don't think he actually saves the terrain. I think it's just there, and it's a very good approach. And he can still actually modify things around here. Now adding lighting, very crude Minecraft lighting. Gets smoothened eventually. We have caves. Triangle merging is a big topic that starts getting out of control because that's a polygon topic, my friends. So look at this shit.
Probably isn't helping a whole lot. You'll notice.
And the funny thing is, these triangles, they have to go into smaller triangles and they cannot merge when they are under a light source. And oopsie doopsie, I guess. It does suck. Because this is the way to optimize polygons. I don't really want that shit for me. Thank you very much. The moment ray hits the closest object is the moment it stops searching for things to render. The job is done. But for other people who have infinite things into the distance to render, I feel sorry for them. This is 60 FPS, so it looks like things got cleared up, or he switched from laptop to PC like he always keeps saying.
It'd still be pretty good looking. So
it is pretty scary that when you put light source, you have to unmerge the triangles and you have to do all this fucking weird stuff. So when it comes to like mimicking, copying, and pasting this sort of codes, I would have a very hard time doing that. I hate polygons because Unity hates polygons. Unity does not like rendering meshes, dude. Rather creating them. Like, it loads, bro. It loads that shit. This is probably the most brain rot video ever.
Than usual.
Hey guys, let me talk about every single vein and what material this is.
Show you. So we'll start here. I'll go just one at a time down the line. We've got coal, iron, gold, silver.
Brain rot over here. Blah, blah, blah. And then there's different layers of stone that he digs into, basically. And shows the veins, too. Here's he digging into layers of stone. And then there's these veins that he's saying it's technically you get more rare and smaller veins of rare material. But this is already rare. This is already rare. You're not going to find it without destroying 10,000 blocks. So, I don't know, man. Also, I don't care, because this never really turned into a game. Also, you would get caves, though, so I guess that would make things easier. Then bro pulls out a random presentation.
Combine a voxel.
Trying to explain that he's inspired by Skyrim and Minecraft, pretty much. And then there's other little tiny voxel engine inspirations. This one in particular, he communicated with the dev. Always Geeky is his name. And I need to make a break because I have lunch. Alright, I'm ready. Let's continue.
So will the capabilities of the decided it's not imperative
Yeah.
torches though. Dawn isn't 100 AD.
Explaining that it's going to be a space game and it's going to be boring. The only thing people found interesting is this water shit. This might just be like the most popular video. Let me check. Oh, found voxel planets. Yeah, this third online. There's gonna be something interesting. No commentary, is just flowing down the hill, basically. Pretty interesting. There's a lot of flickering though with this engine, which I don't quite appreciate, but it's acceptable, I guess. Anyways, very proud of his water physics. But again, you can guess that this never really turned into a real game. Voxel engines just kind of die short.
Skybox. I now have voxel lighting as an obvious light level.
Yeah, smoothing is gonna happen.
And you may also notice that we have caves tweaking actually, and I'm merging. However, if you look here, like this long will become 2 blocks, and since I place dirt here,
But don't you dare place light,
and
buddy.
basically just become one. The only problem.
He's still rendering 1,000 vertices, which is basically the equivalent of what I do with my engine. 1 million. I mean, yeah, 1 million is the magic number that I want to keep it that way, basically.
Problem with this is that
as best as I can.
The only way for the triangle, you'll notice that it
Uh-oh, you can't merge triangles. Smooth lighting in the sonar vision.
Hello, you rotate different directions.
Yeah, this is where things get really weird. Oh, but if I rotate the triangle, we're gonna be fine. Yes, polygon mumbo jumbo. If I rotate triangle, I can do better lighting effects.
I want to show you guys is our vision further caves. It's not too hard to see.
You can see caves.
The system is pretty cool.
Literally takes like 2 minutes to show the thing that he has done, and then he gets to talk for 2 minutes of what's the next video going to be
so
about.
You can pick up blocks updated by light levels.
Yes, and they might never be. Who knows? Now, water in the cave simulation, which is actually extra boring for me.
They are not.
Now he's quiet. Damn, that's the hardest changes to the game that I've had to deal with right now.
Change occlusion has been changed. I actually used.
I don't know what ambient occlusion is. I just know like maybe there's like edge cases because there's occlusion, but it's like fuck off. It's not even that relevant. And now we're just staring at darkness for 3 minutes.
It actually makes
I don't know what's going on, basically.
The world brighter, even though the sun. It was kind of weird.
Oh wow, the world gets brighter because it removes occlusion.
Place like a torch or anything like that, it doesn't actually provide any light.
No, it's just a change.
Also, I sonar shader with the. I don't remember the number.
With this light and talks about.
Makes it even scarier, I suppose. Oh, also, one of my subscribers, Ian, I don't remember the number after his name.
How can you forget Ian 5487651? How can you forget, dude? One of your subscribers.
I'll put it in the description. Bro. This and you guys can tell me what you think. I think it looks a lot to where the
whatever.
And I'm not gonna worry about
talking about rivers, I believe. And they look really bad because it's polygons, my friends. And they do weird things in low-level detail. Cliff beaches. And pretty much it. More beaches, guys. For some reason. That's the last video that I've seen. We're gonna
Hey
continue.
everyone, do Voxel Engine update video. The font looks
I don't know if this is just like the in-game menu, and it's like there's nothing to see here.
missing and stuff.
So whatever.
That will help load chunks. The threads are dedicated to the
Yay, threads! So multi-threading is important in order to do repetitive operations much faster, so he's doing that for loading chunks.
loading phase of chunk generation, even with fraps running.
Why? 20 FPS? What?
So
This
it
is so
really made a big
fucked
difference. Maybe
up,
about a 60 or
dude.
70% speed phase of the world is almost triple because it's faster in real life. I haven't tried
Yes, but you cannot optimize anymore. That's it. Polygons. That's it. Polygons with lighting specifically. And he can't optimize. And this is like shit resolution too. It's game over. Like literally here you can press pause and be like, yep, it's probably not gonna get better than this. And this is pretty bad. The only thing you can improve is computer quality, isn't it?
tried it on any quad cores, but on my dual core it seems to bogging down the game, especially if you have a really big cave system under a forest or geometry. So
Yeah, occlusion culling, look at that. We are hiding the caves. We're not rendering the caves, who would have
why send a
thought,
logic
right?
graphics card if there's no way you can see it? So instead I've created checking to see if the edges of the
I wonder, with polygons it's so efficient, why wouldn't they just, like, reuse the polygons from frame to frame, sort of? Because I can do that with ray
chunks
tracing
are
now.
completely occluded by blocks.
I can send, I say, king objects onto the camera, and they retain the position if I don't move around too
And if
much.
they are occluded,
I mean, how much can I move in one frame, right?
you can't flow that cell. And I use this flood, but every little bit counts.
Why
And
5, 6
itself
FPS
basically
boost
takes
now? He's literally at a similar position, and my FPS is 30 to 40. The average, right? And it's not actually determinate because this is not a build version. This is Unity inside editor version, which is usually like 3 times slower.
CPU time, and I only have found bug. Anyways,
Uh-oh.
new particles. They look the same, but I just changed the 4 vertices per quad to the graphics card. Instead, I'm sending only a single vertice, and then I boards face the screen better.
Wow,
And
quad.
so the next step is to just be able to pick them up, place a light.
Alright,
well,
now it works.
I will fix this bug and get back to y'all. Hopefully by the next video I'll have
Yes, it's
you'll be able to pick
kind
these
of
up and craft stuff
working.
with them. And
Very short video. At 2x speed.
you break the base of a tree, and the tree does nothing but float in midair. I've implemented a breadth first search that will calculate disconnected parts and will the rest of the world. If the game
Yeah, look at that. Another water physics.
detects that it is a
But it's tree
tree,
physics.
it will fall
Tree
to the
falling
right.
physics.
And if it's
How
not a tree, it'll
cool.
just kind of fall normally. I'll display that to the ground, and it turns all the blocks into physics objects, which will fall down and then reconnect
What
with the world.
the
Use this to
fuck? Okay, that's pretty
and all sorts
weird.
of things. Where only a certain group of
Wow, he's gonna add grief
and access
protection.
chunk
What?
and things like that. There'll be plenty of. I also noticed that this tree is
Uh-oh.
falling. That's because it is up here connected just barely by the leaves.
It's connected,
Another downside to
guys.
this, if you want to make
Never disconnect, guys.
all of the connected parts fall, you have to make sure you chop down everything, and then also you can see.
That's pretty
Also,
badass,
first notice that it lit
though.
up. That's because light filled in the place where the tree used to be. This is actually not. These blocks are not solid. They're just.
What is it, loading the falling?
So they're pretty much disconnected from the grid, and as they fall, once they hit the ground, they will reconnect to the grid. If they
Wait, what? Did he
useful
pause?
blocks, but if they're something like
Wait, it's 60
leaves,
FPS
they will just
again.
bust into little leaf particles when they hit the ground.
Fuck yeah,
if they fall
dude.
on other trees, they will break the leaves, like plants
Why does he not address the most important thing?
and grasses. They will also break those. When I have
But you just never know when he switched from laptop to PC to
blast,
laptop
all
again.
sorts of cool stuff like that. I really like the way this works because unlike Terraria, that also has kind of tree falling, you can just kind of lumber
Wow,
away
that's cool.
and break down the tree, and this also go into your inventory. I think
Round
particles look a lot better
particles, what
than
the
round particles,
fuck?
just because it's just more pleasing to the eye, I guess. It's more gamey. And if you look closely,
Yeah, that's cooler, I guess. And it has textures on top.
see, for instance, I'm breaking these ore blocks, and they're not just dropping ore particles; they're dropping ore particles and stone particles. The reason I'm doing this particle system so that you can have
Yeah,
blocks
you
lots of
pick it
different
up. Now it's impressive. Now it
just
looks
dropping one into a
fucking
block, and you'll be able to
smooth,
craft
bro.
lots of things out of one block. For instance, out of them and things like that.
So yeah, the first genuinely impressive video again since the particles. But, you can see
And then,
progress.
down here, I might show you
Every
information
single
about the currently
step.
selected block. I think if there's anything else.
That's it. Good enough. Clean.
Hey guys, Ben here with another Vox. Now they are 3D and I
He is loud again. Maybe that means he switched to laptop
think
or
this is how I want them to
PC.
stay. They're little cube like the other particles were
What
as far as
the
how
fuck? Holy Jesus, man.
lighting works on them.
Now, that shit's scary. That shit's just like my engine at this point.
how you use them in crafting, which has not been completed. Crafting is only somewhere.
Man.
They go into your. The cool thing that I want to show you is the
bro's
change to
teleporting.
the
Bro's teleporting all of a sudden.
you can use them to craft things and stuff like that. The
What the
cool thing that I want to show you, kind of the shape of a tree based on the leaf color, because leaf color blocks.
Yeah, don't talk about leaves until you fix that stupid way of rendering leaves. Look at this crazy shit, though. Wait, what? No, it's still there. This.
It won't try to detect the edge, but you do get errors. Only it's kind of violent anyway, so it's pretty acceptable, I think. And these took like no time to make.
Yeah, this is where things get out of control.
Stone, concrete. If you have any more ideas for blocks, and TNT down here, the C4 blocks and all that are they're exploding expected, and I think the end result's pretty nice. You'll notice it's a square-shaped explosion pattern.
Pretty
That just has to do
bad,
with the way
though.
that the block game.
Yeah, why is it not circular explosions? What the fuck?
The explosive force. It's a little hard to explain, but that's just kind of what's going to happen. I'm not sure if other games that have explosions have this problem. I have flexibility with my hours, so hopefully I'm. As our artist, he's going to start working on some great.
All right, he's getting people to work for him now.
And we'll try to show some of that off at kind of. So just.
Well, anytime there's FPS, I need to show you guys. This will move down a little bit.
Actually see. This was a must.
Wow.
These are faraway trees. They're billboarded trees, and for the most part, they are accurate representations of the voxel trees. There are rare cases. You can change the settings in the options menu to.
What's that? What's the
Just absolutely massive. 360 with wraps around your.
Uh-oh.
Of course, this is a higher end rig, but we do still have some massive mounds. If you look out there, that looks like it's one of the massive mounds. And there's some other videos. The world would just kind of turn white, and then the chunks would load. I made it have a much smoother transition so that the world actually, if you look, here's an example of where two trees actually were not loaded exactly as they are. That could have to do with just the edge of the biome. It's a little bit difficult to explain quickly in a video. I have to do some approximations because I can't let this be a very heavy CPU. We also have a new back to 1, so that looks better. It's 1 for. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I can't think of anything else.
Quite different. So billboard trees mainly. This feels like greater rendering distance now.
Second seed, pretty thick. Got some.
Uh-oh, thick FPS at 40 now.
Bug fixes, but there's still a lot of work to be done. I think they look really nice. Here's the grass texture. I'm currently running his 256 lights. I really love what he's done with the stone layers. Let me find a torch light.
I don't know if I like these
I think
textures,
like the plants are looking really good, and especially the rock textures. I really love what he's done with. Let me show you.
This just looks ugly.
I think in the future we're probably gonna have maybe add a lot more depth to the game as far as the way the trading system works and how it crafted the surface and show you some.
Anyways, I made my engine just to get these particle things going. And I would be scared to have more than 1 million, and still I cannot do physics for them. This is where I can't do what he's doing. 3 million vertices, though?
There's other textures. We've got things like
pretty crazy.
and sand using the old ones.
Look at the fucking rendering distance. He definitely bumped it so heavy.
Also, take a look at these. This terrain feature I didn't show you before. I want to call these bubble hill meat.
Or at least that's how it feels like, that there's good rendering distance, because the blocks blend in with the terrain. The trees expand into the
Today,
distance.
which is the white buggy right now. Oh, also, you'll notice the click to drag build, obviously, that I implemented. But yeah, take a look. The sand kind of slides. Take a look at that. It just slides down and it piles up, and it actually forms a little, sand dune kind of thing. Something cool you can do with it to demonstrate the physics.
Yet again, more physics.
Block, big underground tomb.
Bro
and
created a box, and now sand is
starts pouring in
getting
and
through it.
And you'll suffocate if you don't find a
like a goddamn
way.
clock.
Things like this are made possible with the new sand physics. So let me know what you guys think about it. If you think it's too fast, if there's any improvements I can do. If you have any ideas on animation,
It's so weird.
that I can display. Right now they are literally just kind of teleporting to calculate, and it'll probably be a little.
Rolling, I can use them as objects, basically. And when the object is like comfortable and lands on something, it just solidifies. So it's not really that crazy to make something like this.
But it might be worth it as far as aesthetics go. Notice the dark spot that would be like.
Water.
Water flows much quicker now, and I think it's a lot more realistic. If we make a big explosion over here, probably be able to illustrate it better. Let's do some C4. That's not. There we go. C4.
Uh-oh.
Boom. Oh goodness.
What happened there? What do
I
you...
never fixed it. This is called filling up quicker than before. It's filling up 33% quicker than before.
Damn,
It's still not exactly
bro.
realistic. There's still a lot of work to be done. Top priority is going to
I'm not sure if I can do this kind of water
be getting
shit.
these lighting bugs fixed. Turns are typically more circular.
Uh-oh.
Some simple trig. And
Uh-oh, you see white stuff.
if you're also noticing lots and lots of bugs for me to fix. I got busy with
Alright, cool.
texture. I didn't finish implementing all the correct.
It's about time to turn it into a game, right? But instead, it dies. How long does it take for it to die? It will take a long time. It might even take 2 episodes of mine to just show you the whole story here.
There are cumulus clouds, and then there are, I guess you would say, I think Nimbus, any of those yet.
Yay, cooler clouds than in Vintage Story. I wonder why.
So off the internet, and so right now the storm clouds.
Wow, look at that.
Fairly rare, but they're also very weather generated from these storms. You'll be
It does feel like it's just singular texture, as you can
able to see them
tell.
coming and prepare for them, but they were limited. Using alpha blending with clouds really kills the FPS. I'll probably make a kind of a misty.
Why is it flat though? As well, like why are they on the same
If you
level?
look at the base of mountains, you'll see they're fairly. The volcanoes in this game do not have. There are a few optimizations you can see in the change log.
Ooh, the flatness of these textures from above. I will never know how to fix that shit personally. The best you can do is like a marching cubes idea. Ooh, brother, ooh. It's time for water physics. They're not fun. Them bugs not fun.
And all the ideas you've been giving me really.
Things look nice, except too much darkness
Great.
over
I'd
there.
love to hear your comments, and I read everyone.
Why is it so
Alright,
dark
anyways, first thing I'm gonna show
always?
you is the canyons in the mountains. You can have canyons.
Again, this is mostly brain rot simply because it's trying to recreate reality, and it's like, what's the point? You really think it's going to be an interesting game? Oh wait, it will not be a game even.
It will release particles. Very good because I've made them.
Bro is a, computer scientist. What is he going to do? Do great job at computer science. Is he a game developer? Clearly not. We can't even have more types of clouds. It has this weird fucking thing to it. Come on, man. Why do you guys mess up clouds?
Flash effects, and it just looks a lot better. They are batched and they are basically instanced, so it ends up being pretty dang fast. Not really a big deal. Oh, bugs. Look at these bugs. Right, so let's move on to add water. Take a look at it.
So now it looks good.
I think it looks a lot better. A lot better, if you know what I mean. Oh, and yeah,
this is the sort of engine I would like to have to start making games. With a little bit of coaching, it would be perfect,
Slightly more realistic.
I mean, Vintage Story could have used that.
And I also made it more obvious than the actual physics do. So yes, that is the power of the cellular physics.
Particle.
Let's move. The maximum depth of the snow is actually pretty high. I think it can go basically propagate and spread.
Of course, avalanche, because snow also has to move like sand.
You'll see. I think I can see. It falls and grows as you expect an avalanche to. It has particle depths.
That's crazy though.
Awesome. It doesn't push you forever, and they can grow to be, really, really big. It just depends on the slope.
Cool.
If you go to a really steep slope, mountain would start updating. You would get tens of thousands of block updates per frame. You'd have water. The cellular atomic physics are really optimized, and the game can handle just a bunch of it. I know I said in 2 videos ago. All right, stay tuned, guys. I will.
Keeps falling.
Tree. I know it looks
What
really
the
weird.
fuck?
I just kind of.
Eurovision happened just now.
Changes actually ripped out all of the tree
Big
code,
tree.
so that you can pretty much design everything about.
Yes, complex trees.
Place sort of just distributed randomly. Also, you probably already noticed I'm actually in an ice cave.
Oh boy.
If you are, boom, that's gonna. Oh, take.
Wow, he did it
Forever.
again, guys.
And probably.
I always want to see frame rate. More physics. This just never ends. The physics thing.
Hey, with these physics update videos is usually I'll do them whenever I don't have enough features for a good update video, and I'll just.
Uh-oh. Not a real video, guys. This is where things got really awkward for me.
Update video.
No!
This week on the
It keeps changing.
and
His microphone. That's literally the biggest change all the time.
We've made these textures for
What
me
the
last week
fuck?
my time on water pressure. Oh, also you'll probably notice the world is a bit brighter. I did brighten the world,
Thank goodness.
which is why these crazy alien biome ideas. Go ahead and give me those, because that's pretty much all these next few weeks are going to be about, is making all these new biomes.
But you made already so many biomes,
And,
bro.
just fixing old. So it causes this just
What the
infinite. Have proper shading, so it doesn't just have. Hey,
Okay, even more
sorry about
biomes.
that.
Here comes the aliens that he asked for.
Video. Thanks for
Holy shit, is that quality bad?
effects that fall down
Holy shit. So interesting.
lots of plants. You can see we have these groves.
Even more biomes, guys.
Here's some deciduous trees. We have some
45 locked
as you can see,
FPS.
their roots actually. I got off on a tangent.
By now, you can attempt to make a game, right? No? Should have been about time. You have inventory, you have destruction particles that you can pick up. Wouldn't it be a game by now?
I'm looking for. This just has a bunch of different
Oh
trees,
boy.
and it's not a.
Oh boy.
And it's
Locked in 43 FPS this
trees
time.
wild, and inspired kind of redwood.
Leaves are very, very lacking in colors, bro.
They're not going to be called redwoods. They're just going in the game. We'll see what.
Yeah, you should be working on a very important secret.
Been here with another long
It keeps getting weirder,
Voxel
dude.
Engine update. Today's update video is really, and I know the Goldfish made
Microphone
a
issues.
video of it, and you could definitely, but as you can see, the terrain loads in a lot faster now. You don't get the really
You didn't zoom in straight into the terrain, though. You didn't
ugly,
actually show us anything.
you know,
You're faking it.
chunks that I'm not gonna really
I still love how everything is
tell
just
you guys right
loading
now because I kind of
slowly.
want it to be and finish those.
Don't worry. For me, loading is the greatest enemy, and I don't want to fucking do that shit to anyone. No loading. I will make the world smaller. I will make the visibility smaller if I have to. I probably won't have to do that. This one's pretty big, but no loading. Fuck that loading shit. How long did it took to get rid of loading bugs? What, like 5 months since the dawn? Like February. 6 months? Crazy.
Generally load faster.
Yeah, so much faster. So impressive.
Let's see. Just blocks now.
Wow. Leaves are not see-through
And they
anymore.
still wave in the wind, as you can see.
He gave up on that for
And you
some
can
reason.
still walk inside them. But the reason I chose to go with blocks is because it looks better.
Yeah, you gotta make compromises, though.
In my opinion, you get
Wait, people complain about the same exact thing, huh?
bugs always appear.
So, what about the flat sheeting? How did you
Whenever
tackle
I'm
it?
doing these videos, complaining about the
His bugs are way worse than mine. Okay. Oof.
shading being drawn because they would
Ooh,
be
look at that. So much you have to cut off geometry this time.
transparent. But now since they're blocked,
Again, I'm just like not impressed. Because this is just a normal dysfunctional relationship you will have with polygons. You just want to cut off all these polygons. And I cut them automatically by not hitting them with a fucking array. That's it. And by the way, guys, I haven't even optimized fully my engine. And I do it from scratch, so it's way better than this bullshit. And I don't know why the fuck he reduced the resolution. What the hell happened here?
let me go see if I can find
Why is it
the
flickering so
mushroom
much?
biome and load real quick.
Oh yeah, and it
A
lags.
swamp.
Get out of here, dude.
So with the new super speed, the terrain can't really keep up. I'm gonna.
Oh man. I told you guys. And there's still glitchies. Oh my god, bro. The guy just can't do it. Can't fucking stabilize his
Need
thing.
to make some changes with that. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here is a mushroom biome.
What? No, that's just
If we fly
regular
down
thing,
here,
huh?
you'll be able to see that now everything is
shit.
pretty much a shade of. Like I said, there's some other features I want to
Ooh,
work
you might want to apply
on right now.
Okay. No, we're not gonna get. The microphone will change again.
Hello, YouTube. Really just take
What's
a
going
lot of
on
time.
here? Oh, that's kind of cool. An editor, random gen editor. Oh, that's pretty good. You know what? I like that. I kind of want to have one of these myself. Editor, yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. For a multitude of reasons, when it becomes a mesh that I can actually comprehend, then I can also turn it into a low LOD mesh, basically. Shrink level of detail on this bad boy into something reasonable. Because I can turn like 25 blocks into one object, which is very useful. And maybe I can even make more extreme things of just like when it's really, really far away, it just turns into like a fucking blob. into nothing, and it's just like levels of detail is something you have to actually respect, unfortunately. And editor very much helps you like get the good grip on how that shit changes. I thought I would not need levels of detail. I thought I would just be completely safe with ray tracing, but it's not that simple. Because we're talking about like such great distances, so many objects. Maybe there's some kind of fucking cheat code for that, but I mean, maybe there's like a mesh for this whole thing to just be inside one mesh, and it looks fairly good.
Maximum.
Yeah, one thing that every programmer needs to know: editor is your first step. It's your highest priority thing. Even for biomes is the highest priority. And you just keep cramming, just like AI. AI is one of those things that is like an automated editor, basically. It's like advanced editor. AI can just like move sliders to the point where you're just scrolling Tinder profiles until you find something you like. And AI just also learns kind of like whether it's getting closer or not to your favorite thing. It's just so cool to have editors. Don't worry, guys, I didn't skip this step. And it's nice to be reminded. This is why I'm watching these guys. Because they have done it. You know, they have made through a few steps. And he's very correct. And right now, focusing on editor, you should have done that a long time ago, actually. When you started yapping about all these biomes and crap like that.
Like 100 and something,
Cool.
bring up the minimum. So this looks like.
And then it should like generate a bunch of random trees to look at based on these parameters. What's the randomizer as well? You need to know.
Something from Doc show you what the cap does. As you can
Before I start doing the editor, obviously I need to know how to make this UI properly.
see, the cap goes right up here. Top of the trunk
I need editor for editors.
will be kind of so. We have top branch
Very
chance,
good.
which is the chance to do whatever they want to with the game. I'm trying to make this more into a game engine and less into just a game program.
Well, it has to turn into a fucking game first. It has to reach that level. And unfortunately, this is where we get to the planet stuff. Things get pretty ugly, I would say. Cool, okay. We're there.
Maybe so.
So anyways, this guy talked about this whole time. I still remember this. Of how he turned cube into a sphere. That's it. And that was like a crazy complicated thing to do. Sure. And he actually had to make 2 videos for that, huh?
Here,
Too
but
bad
in
the Earth
reality,
is round. I mean,
makes sense to me.
flat. Too bad the Earth is flat.
current version.
For game developers. Nah, it's just flat. Because God was also a game developer one time.
Bottom
Yay, he puts
is over
texture.
here. Conclusion.
Oh,
And now
convenient
it shows
property. Oh man, so convenient.
the ground properly. This is
Yeah, too bad ray tracing does not need occlusion bullshit.
the ability to
Because it's automated.
script game the voxel. And the reason why it's dark is because there's no light
Because this video sucks.
problem. If it does have an it's going to cause
Okay, this is too complicated.
These,
Ooh,
see here,
biome editor. Here you go.
if I
It
change the
happens.
surface block, there'd be no transition. So if we fly out to where the transition stops, and we don't
We get cake.
want that. It doesn't look good at all. Try to get
It would be incredibly useful to have different colors for this transition thing.
the smoothest transition that you can have. Video,
Oh, interesting.
this terrain
So yeah, so far very smart. How could this possibly end in a tragedy?
planets themselves. We also have some new shading on the terrain. It's a little bit too glossy right now. I could be
Damn, everything just
mistaken,
keeps
but I'm pretty
shrinking.
sure it's about the continents were
The LOD keeps
pretty
switching. It's
simple
so
to do,
annoying.
but right now they're not like they're just kind of a terrain feature and things like
Cool,
that. And,
cool.
well, remember, people need to be able
Still, that's the transition, guys.
to use
What
it.
the fuck?
So I'm going to be voxels and terrain have gotten worse, not better.
change soon.
Where did the trees go?
Let me think if there's anything, Peter.
It is inspiring to try and like recreate something like this. This would be definitely like the next level to see how ray tracing would actually pull this off. This one would be tough. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
But it would be so much more stable, so much quicker.
We now have proper
with all these transitions proper.
cliffs. Really annoying me.
Yeah, I can't wait to see trees annoying. I can't wait to see how like quickly it actually loads when I would make something similar. But it's gonna take a long time. Like I need editors of my own. And I'm not a fast coder, my friends. I'm a very lazy coder.
I've been.
But hey, my esteem did not fall apart. I completely understand what he's doing.
So these are the pine
Yay,
ones.
billboards, guys.
Of trees.
That's
There are
fucked up. I don't
some
like
issues
that.
right
We have more than 50 and we have like 30 videos left. Oh boy. We have 50.
It'll only show us the base biomes for the world. Colder at higher altitudes. This video, it was just horrendous.
We were zooming in,
and getting all these
yeah.
artifacts because of the per vertex coloring. Now it's much smoother, gains better and better detail, and then
That
eventually
is
the trees, actually the
nice.
tree billboards pop into view. That's about it. Normally there would be some brown, and enjoy your day.
Cool.
When we switch to the HDR rendering, it looks better. It kind of smooths it down because it's mapping the range down. And you'll notice an LDR kind of around these islands. It really makes
I'm now getting brain rot because this is way
It's a
too
lot prettier,
realistic,
unless you-
dude. It's another vintage story style attempt to build reality, basically. It's so crazy.
kind of better be able to tell the depth of the waters. Here we go. We're closer to the North Pole now. There's still some light. Hopefully coming up soon. I'm going to have some.
Alright. Website. Parkour. Shit. You gotta love this shit, man. Bro is climbing. Brain rot, obviously. Told you it's gonna be brain rot. But how did he, yeah. Available now.
You can play with physics and explosions,
I love that
and
shit.
blow things
bro.
up, and go around play with water. It's a lot easier for me to actually find the bug. I've been watching the videos. The new things since the last video are, of course, you probably noticed, new accelerator out because the world editor is
Uh-oh, girlfriend showed up in the play. You know that's game over now.
not quite ready for you guys.
Why is it uniform, by the way? Why put in a uniform manner all these bushes? And they're not even rotated randomly.
I would give it to you in its current state. It's just
right
really not
there.
ready. It's going to be way already start downloading it. One thing when you do, anyways, yes, everything is persistent. All of your stuff should save. Now, of course, it is
Damn, it's
multi-threaded saving, so there could be some concurrency here between these trees.
Oh.
As I fly around pretty close to the corner, so this is probably almost the worst case distortion. The tree is kind of, but it isn't exactly
Oh, distortion.
the same area as the faraway LED terrain, so it causes it in the wrong place or something like that.
Yeah, I get it. Everything can be fixed, though. Bugs are fun. Yikes.
Same as before, so you guys can see the actual. Look at how fast that is. It basically instantly loads in. It's much better than it was before, and we got the roll.
Holy crap.
Okay, so that's about it for this video.
I don't know how speed of load increased. Because he did not refer to how he did that. Stress test without FPS counter? Not interested.
Cubic voxel to the square face of a cube. Then we just squish this cube into it. However, the further away you got from the center of the plane, the smaller the relative area of the sphere. That's disgusting.
That's what you get for making round planets.
But wait, there's some other pretty interesting stuff.
Did he solve the problem,
You
though?
get in that right now, so it's really not. So is there a lot?
Uh-oh, Australia is upside down.
Handled rotated chunks. Bit of shift in area and locations of some features, but I firmly believe that players.
I could make it. I could make planets easily. I could easily make planets. It's not even a sweat. Because you cannot just do it in a grid system, apparently.
Instead. So thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.
The primitive world editor.
It's brain rot because you're trying to solve problems that just irrelevant.
So
while the relevant problems are very difficult, of like, where's the game?
but I can't really make any.
What are these videos?
I wanted to pick an art style that
Oh wow, it's not voxels anymore.
resonated with that. So because story generators have
Ouch, it hurts.
so much room to
that will grow with AI.
Doesn't it feel good on high resolution?
season them who construct buildings and chop down trees, all that stuff. Also, now we're pushing the game forward as fast as we
Damn, what the fuck? Self
features
disrespect.
only when we need them. And
engine solves, like performance problems
Yes, you need editors. Who would
with
have
having a
thought,
ton of
right?
NPCs.
another advantage of making our own engine is it's completely integrated with the game. Obviously, I can freely modify assets here while running the game and see them sort of change in the game.
I'm so jealous of that shit.
Like, we have our own particle system.
I mean, technically, I should be able to change many things in game without really needing anything. Is Unity updates and testing that shit? Oh my god, it's a nightmare.
in other games.
That's basically the main reason why editors are so important.
It's exciting. I like this. It's exciting. I like this.
Yeah, it's fun. Sliders are fun. I don't know, just like there's something so innately satisfying about moving sliders and just seeing the world change. I don't know, implement all that, but yeah.
Can't too realistic, man. It scares me. Realism scares me because people get stuck just building these worlds.
About things. So please subscribe to that as well.
Oh,
Thank you for tuning in. And
he's definitely going next level now. That's gonna be scary.
Today to show you a new system we've created, where basically we can generate infinite NPCs that all look distinct and have many
No, that's too good.
different like ethnic features.
model right now, the whole
I guess Seed of Andromeda successfully died.
exposure of estrogen in the womb, but it's an important part of what makes people
I guess the coolest thing for me to focus on is to enable people like that to exist in my life and just do cool shit with my engine. Just for the sake of just playing around with it. Doesn't matter what you do.
Bug fixes, things like that.
Boring.
Like bigger blocky voxels. The actual
I don't know about that.
size,
Again, I would rather choose Hightail style.
other updates, and piece
Hmm.
bin test.
Look at all these cool planets, guys.
Kind of cool. That is actually tungstenful, but as you progress,
Uh-oh. Shit got really boring.
it's pretty cool. We have mud spawners and
Why is lava not still in the game? Why would you add it later? It's so interesting to see slower
so if you want to play
water.
with mud types that use these wood
I hate it, man. I hate voxels
textures with different colors. So we just almost let's switch
They be too flat,
over to texture back
man.
from the pulse menu. So another cool thing.
Yeah, flat textures are so bad that you want low resolution because that would look so much
The
better.
park engine has been revamped, so we only have currently an explosion billboard.
Yeah, why don't you start in a... Yeah, you start in complete darkness. And I don't want to know. Bullshit, bro. Really? 35 FPS? This is a desert! And it's dark! Fuck off, man. Guys, you're not ready for this. Look at the resolution. This is pathetic, dude. Okay, cool. Destroyed something. It's so disappointing. So much work and just like, okay. How are you gonna force me to learn all this crap? What am I supposed to do anyways? Can I at least do the flip roll? Jump roll, please? This is so funny. I select this block, right? It's gone. It's gone! That one. Uh-oh. It's gone. Because I let go of my mouse button. I might not have wanted to destroy it, but it's gone now. How are you guys enjoying the wasteland adventures? I need food and water just to see food and water, dude. Just to know that it exists. Fuck that shit. Fuck the caves. How about one tree? Just give me one tree. Someone really put a lot of work into this planet, though, guys. Look at that. This is the funny thing where it's called zero game design. Zero. So fancy, I have to quit by pressing exit NES. Shut the fuck up. Well, I'm glad it's dead. This creeps me out. This looks kind of ugly, actually. It's fancy type of ugly. Crazy. I couldn't even play on a full resolution. Like, are you kidding me? Granted, I can't play my own on full resolution.
A lot of people were having this issue.
We're actually almost there. Physics test again, which is like what you're known for, but not very interested in that.
Yes, you can bring it down to like
Limit FPS? Who would want to do
40 or
that?
30 even, or the
Wait, I need to switch resolution to see how much it lags. You literally have to click L, and I can tell that you gotta click L. All right. Okay. What the fuck is this? Spawn in the water. Come on. So sad. It is so sad. Give me FPS, please. Let us begin frying the computer. FPS did not change. It's actually kind of cool. It's actually smart to be in windowed mode anyways. Alright, cool. It's just horribly boring.
I believe the
What's impressive is that I was able to download the damn thing and play it.
in touch base with everybody.
Didn't get to see this.
AKA RPAC, if you were familiar with him
What
in
the hell?
IRC or the forums. So what I'm probably gonna do is do another stream this Thursday.
It turns into nothing.
And my
Into a
process
puddle.
as I program. And we had a lot of fun playing around. What I'm probably gonna do is do another stream this Thursday.
Crazy.
Stay tuned for more Seed of Andromeda updates.
30
I'm currently working on 0.1.
FPS?
You can click on the screen here.
Ah, yes. Tutorials, guys. And Broski wanted to... Frustration. Uh-oh. Broski was doing bug fix streams, which is so weird.
Work that's been done over the past few months has been just refactoring the engine and making it run better and just changing a lot of the systems, because if this game is going to become something huge, it needs to have well-made code and a well-made engine that stands the test of time. So a lot of that...
He said a funny joke there. Stands the test of time. Oh. Why would it do that?
goes into that, but also we've been working on some other things. See that glass actually has empty spaces in the middle. If you've played Minecraft before and you've played the kind of stuff you're going to be using to make your spaceships and your vehicles, once we have those in the game, we have aluminum plating. This is a really light plating. Right now, there's only connected textures in the... So you probably
I like the edge idea of a texture, but
notice my little sulfur
sounds a bit too
burning
complicated.
fireplace. They still need to be sorted to look better, but the fire will propagate, it will burn
We forgot fire, guys.
the land. And when it does, it converts...
Water, fire, and sand. Those are the elements until you realize, oh shit, I need a tornado as well.
Blocks into charred blocks, so for instance, grass blocks become charred, and that smoke
Technically, explosion is, or particle system is wind.
will slowly dissipate until stuff going on, is because I'm changing the texture system completely. We're going to be trying
Things keep on
a lot of techniques.
breaking,
Might try some
don't
shooter
they?
things like that. It's 0 point whatever we can, and just
And then dude burnt out. That fire, it feels like it dealt a lot
whatever we
more
can into the
damage
game.
than it actually did to the
Is there anything
game.
else in particular?
Skip the bug fixes. Let's not skip the bug fix. I just heard some interesting music. Does this guy listen to dubstep, bro?
Oh yeah, the tree dominoes. It's
Goodbye, trees.
to happen. It's a falling detector. Whoa.
What the fuck?
Whoa, that's actually really neat. It's super bright. Looks like what's happening here is we're...
What's there, guys? What is this? Time lapse? Oh man.
Now everybody's still a student and a lot of us have jobs, so we haven't had a whole lot of time to work on it yet. However, keep in mind next May we are planning on doing a Kickstarter, so we're going to try to get all the goals that we can reach before May for our Kickstarter launch.
Uh-oh, Kickstarter.
And I hope you guys will support us then. Rewritten in the next few weeks.
Bro can already sell a game if he just made a game. Why do you need Kickstarter? You know? Even if this game turned into like backrooms bullshit, when you're just running around and things get weirder and weirder, except back planets, you know? Things get scarier and scarier, bro. That would sell. That would sell like crazy, dude. I can't imagine a demo version where the scary jump scare is like, it's over. Demo is over. Bro doesn't understand one simple thing. Kindness does not work in capitalism. You actually have to just sell the damn thing, and people will buy it. They will have risen expectations, but they will buy it. Yeah?
So a lot of the with this new voxel level detail system, what we can do is have further...
Why is it lagging?
Without using as much processing for your graphics card. See the edges of that little cliff
Bro is lagging.
for your graphics card, which is really nice. Now it still needs some fine tuning. It does a pretty good job right now of approximating the shape. I don't know if you can see down. It's really important to have this.
Fucking bro is lag spiking. Oh, come on.
Even further distances
Come
on my
on.
laptop right now. The skeletal plant is pretty...
Yeah, so if I get 30 FPS, bye. You really don't have to talk about optimizations anymore to me.
And there's some amazing features.
Happy holidays!
We can't do this without you.
This is the shit I was subscribed to. And it gotten pretty weird at that point. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Design and develop
Community
the
spotlight.
main website. We're going to be showing off 3 things of this city. It would be the actual city itself, but probably just because we have rambled, because have. Exactly.
Ugh.
We'll get to building. We check the forums pretty regularly. New content will be welcome with open arms, and we're running out of stuff. So please.
We're running out of stuff, guys. Of course. Why planets when you can do stars? Really? There used to be community spotlight, and there's gonna be a few more. Okay. Yeah, this gotten like 10 times more cringe than it used to be. Prior to bug fix streams. Oh my god. Exponentially more cringe. Like, holy crap. Of course. A whole system of planets. Ugh. What the? What are you doing? What is happening, bro? Bro forgot to use his mouth and explain things.
It's completely biased.
Just random art, bro. What the fuck?
Next is the.
5 more videos to go. This is so disgusting.
It was a hobby project, and it was my first foray into 3D game development. Answers. Certainly, I personally am still devoted to my full-time job, so currently don't have any time nor passion to go full bore on another game. I'm sure this is a disappointment
Aww. But you didn't make a single fucking game.
to some of you. and I
Remember
truly
that part? Oh, you ran out of passion. Not complicated enough problems to
sometime in the
solve
future we have something
anymore.
cool.
And then it just... commentary ends. It is so fucking dead.
Yesterday,
Open
I officially
source.
announced that we had ceased development on Seed of Andromeda and that we wouldn't be developing it anymore, at least not in the near future, or the Board Engine, which is very...
Wrap it up. It didn't even went that deep in the far, to be honest. I didn't even get to shoot aliens, bro. That's it. I don't want to linger too much. It gets exciting and then slowly becomes more and more cringe. Well, we're back on track though, to see the same exact thing. But maybe it's gonna be a game this time, guys. I swear. Maybe 2 game developers can actually make a game. You know? See you guys next time.